honor of pickup and work with trainers like Chris Brickley and other guys as well?
It was great. Got to play some ball and just have fun while doing it. And that's always what we love to do as basketball players is play pickup and sharpen our skills. And when you have time off, you make the most of it. That's what I did.
Hey, Klay, good seeing you again. How much of a challenge is it going to be this year? Obviously, everybody gets a year older. You guys have some even more veteran guys this year with Rudy Gay and Chris Paul and kind of a revamped roster. But knowing that you guys had a quicker offseason than when you guys won the title, how much more does that give you guys motivation for this year to build on what you guys did last year?
Well, you have as many veterans as we do. It makes it easy for everybody to be on the same page, and then to integrate the young guys will be easier to transition to because we got so many great leaders and guys who have experienced a decade plus in this league, and we're all very hungry to have great success this year, and we don't bring in guys, or the front office doesn't bring in guys who don't share that same passion. So I'm really excited to get going tomorrow.
Just a really quick one. Do you, with the Bahamas going to a pre-qualifier tournament, would that be something that you would want to? Would you want to go to the Olympics for the Bahamas if they were to make it?
That'd be cool because my dad never got the opportunity, and the Bahamas is a place where my story cannot be told without it, and it's dear to my heart. So, yeah, that would be sweet.
You and Steve are both on expiring deals, specifically with your situation. Do you feel like an extension is possible in the next, month or so? And if not, just how do you kind of feel as you look towards the future?
I think it's possible. And if not, life is still great. Like, I'm playing basketball in my 13th year in the NBA. So I have no complaints for whatever the future has in store. Like, done so many great things in this uniform, and I know there are many more memories to create. So whatever happens, life is great. I can't really complain. I've had an incredible run here, and I look forward to making more great memories with the guys.
Hi, Klay. Nice to see you.
You too.
Chris Paul was saying that you were guarding him recently, and he said, we don't do this no more. I mean, now that you're teammates, what's it like? You guys have had a lot of battles over a decade or more. What's it like now to have him on your side?
It's crazy. I mean, Chris has been on our way of winning for so many years, and now to be on the same team with him, it's just a huge honor for myself, especially playing the two-guard spot. You love playing with a point guard like Chris, who's one of the greatest assist man in basketball history. I know he's going to get me so many easy opportunities this year, but I think he's going to help us so much, especially from a leadership standpoint. We know what he's capable of on the court. Obviously, he has 20 and 10 nightly, but his ability to lead and guide these young guys and myself as well is what's going to really stand out, I feel like.
Hey, Klay. Outside of playing pickup, what were some of your highlights, this summer? What were some of your favorite memories?
Some of my favorite memories? Well, I was fortunate enough to go back to China and the Philippines with Anta, and to see how many fans we really have over there is always humbling and inspiring. Because when I was a kid and I was in love with this game, I would have never thought that I would have the chance to inspire people across the globe. And now that I'm here able to do it, that's what keeps me going. And I just can't believe that there's people around the world who watch us, who stay up till 2 a.m., 3 a.m., or start time is that, and they are dedicated to our season. And I got to see that again this past summer when I went with Anta. And it was really special. It was just really cool to connect with the fans in China and the Philippines, and I gained so much motivation from that trip.
Hey, Clay, I'm assuming you didn't know Chris real well before he got here. Have you had the experience when you've been scrimmaging with him or just talking to him that, hey, mate, this guy's a nicer guy than I thought, or he's funnier than I thought, or he's been what you thought?
He's been what I thought. I mean, he's always been a great guy. I mean, when you're on the court between the lines, you obviously don't like each other because we stand in the way of what we want, but he was the president of the Players Association, and he did such wonderful things for us as players, and Chris is just a great family man as well, and to be able to be his shooting guard and have Steph and Chris Paul as your point guards, that's a crazy thought because those are two of the better point guards in basketball history.
Hey, Clay. Colin Ward-Henninger, CBS Sports. Towards the end of last season, you talked about having conversations with Coach Kerr about becoming a more complete player, rebounding, doing other things like that. How do you think you continued those steps in terms of your workouts this offseason, in terms of becoming a more complete player?
Wow. It's a good question. I would say just trying to focus on little details. You know, I'm so in love with scoring the ball and shooting. Sometimes it's equally as fun getting a stop, getting a good rebound, making an assist, the simple plays. So when I was hooping this summer, I just tried to focus on doing the things that allow the team to win, whether that's hitting the open man, taking the open shot, playing defense, and not being so pressed like to have to score for my team to win, just to try and be a complete cerebral player. And I thought I did that well, and hopefully it shows this season.
Clay, Chris Alvarez from ABC7 back here. You talked about last year how you will get back to being an all-star player. What would it mean for you to get back to the all-star game this year and have a couple more under your belt before you leave?
That'd be awesome. It's a goal of mine, and I think it's attainable. It's just how hard I want to work and how ready I'll be opening night. So it's up to me, and I'm not going to lie to you. It is a goal of mine. It's always an honor to play in the all-star game. When you get used to it and then you don't go for a while, you kind of feel left out. So I would love to be in, I think it's in Indianapolis this year. I would love to be there.
Monty Poole, NBC Sports Bay Area. I go back, Clay, to when Mark Jackson was a coach here, and he used to always say about you that you're not low maintenance, you're no maintenance. And he talked about how you and Steph are able to push each other with your work ethic and in practice and so forth. Let's talk a little bit about how you and Steph have been together for so long and what you guys can do for each other and how you guys have evolved over the years.
Well, I love playing for Mark. Mark was a great motivator. He has so many great stories of when he played, whether it was against Kobe, whether against Michael Jordan, whether against Shaq or Kareem. Mark played in an era where you had to be tough. You know, there was no nights off back then. I don't think flagrant fouls were the same as they are now. So I enjoyed those days. And as far as with Steph, I mean, that's all I know is Steph is my point guard, and I've been lucky enough to see his work ethic, and we were able to get in the gym this summer together. I know I let him down on the golf course, so I'll try and pick up the slack and have a great shooting season. That's the only way I can really make up for it.
That's part of the answer about the All-Star game. You said, you know, it depends on how ready you'll be opening night. Where does your game feel at this time now compared to this time last year?
I feel awesome. I feel like I can do anything with the ball in my hands, and I think that's the confidence you have to have if you want to be great. You can't let people dictate what you are anymore. You got to believe in yourself, and I believe in myself to be a all-star caliber player.
Does that, I mean, I know some of the talk about last year was you feel like you weren't quite as ready for the season, and I guess that's kind of what I'm asking is do you feel a lot more, you know, physically ready for the season?
Oh yeah, I've been training every day, and playing a lot of pickup and just having fun while doing it, and I'll be ready. And this preseason will be great to prepare for that as well. So I'm really excited. I mean, I'm excited just to hoop tomorrow. Like, one benefit, obviously, when you lose and you don't go to the finals is extended time off, and that I think pays huge dividends mentally, because playing in the championship every season, it feels like just one big overall season. And this year we had a real break to really rejuvenate. Great. Nice.